I'm going to tell you 6 steps you can take in order to break free from your toxic family. This video is for people who are exhausted and they're finally ready for a change. The first step to breaking free from your toxic family is to make a decision and stop straddling the fence. You're either going to break free and experience peace for the first time in your life, or you're going to continue to be engulfed by your childhood trauma. Even though you're 25, you're 35, or 45 years old, you become your 10-year-old self every time you're with your family. You feel trapped in a vicious, never-ending loop. As an adult, this would show up as open wounds in different areas of your life. Whether you become a people pleaser, feeling guilty for things that are not your fault, being a verbal punching bag to others, walking around numb, you're exhausted, you have panic attacks, you get easily defensive, you are argumentative, you're mean, the list can go on. You have one foot in the door and one foot out. Let's say you're finally done. I don't deserve to be ghosted for months. I don't deserve to be belittled. I don't deserve to be blamed for everyone's problems. And I don't deserve my family turning on me every time I have an opinion. You're done, right? Okay. What happens when your sister phones you the next morning after embarrassing you in front of the family, and she wants to vent about mom? You find yourself opening the door just a little bit because you have an ally. You also now become that 10-year-old girl who desperately wanted a relationship with her sister. You share a laugh until she stops talking to you once again, and then she continues to gossip about you to the family. So, did you actually make a decision? No. You found a way out of your decision because you felt loved and accepted for a moment in time. Believe them when they show you who they are for the millionth time. Step 2, get in touch with your emotions and mourn. I've had clients tell me, I fight with them all the time. I'm too in touch with my emotions because I'm so angry. This is not being in touch with your emotions. What you're actually doing is reacting to a situation. You're lashing out and fighting a losing battle. Getting in touch with your emotions means that you're not making it about the situation, but looking at the entire picture. There can be 50 situations that come up, but the root is about your family being unhealthy, toxic people. Sit down and observe your inner emotions, whether that's sadness, confusion, anger, betrayal, loneliness. How does it make you feel not having a relationship with your mother or sister? Or how does it make you feel knowing that your dad is a narcissist? How does it make you feel knowing that your mom hates you? Be specific. When you view this in general terms, it doesn't hit home. When you notice your emotions, you can validate them. When you validate them, you tell yourself, I don't deserve this. You cry, you get angry, and you notice that you're no longer reacting. You're sitting with your emotions and asking yourself, why me? This is a very normal thought. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, even innocent children. This process happens when you stop making excuses for their behavior, you stop blaming yourself, and you allow yourself to sit and breathe. This is where you start the process of mourning. Mourn the loss of what you didn't have. Mourn the loss of not having a mother and father who loves you unconditionally. Mourn the loss of what you didn't get to experience. Step 3, use anger to turn the chapter. Essentially, you're standing up for your inner child. You are recognizing that you don't deserve to be treated poorly. This ties into step number 2. When you get angry, you realize injustice is being done to you. It's not just about lashing out, and I'm not saying you can't fight back. Just fight back in a different way. When you're lashing out, going toe to toe, your inner child is trying to prove that they're no longer afraid. But there is nothing to prove. The adult in you should put their shoes on and leave the home, or hang up the phone. Anger allows you to set boundaries in order to protect yourself. You can't win against a gang of hungry wolves. They will always win because they know what you want, acceptance and love. Once you walk away, they no longer have access to you. They can't hurt you because they can't pull you into a fight. When you get pulled in, how many of you feel exhausted, defeated, angry, frustrated, hurt, anxious, upset with yourself? Leave a comment below and let me know if you resonate with this. Step 4, Change the narrative your family created about you. I'm not enough, I'm a liar, I don't deserve love, I'm selfish, I'm unlovable. It is imperative to fight against this because it's a part of what keeps you returning back to the toxicity. Also, you might start to gravitate towards people who treat you like your family. When people don't have a solid sense of identity, they go back to the narrative of who their family says they are, and it becomes hard not to believe. You're trying hard to prove to yourself and the family that created the narrative about you that you are not what they say you are. You might end up becoming a people pleaser to show people that you're easygoing and agreeable. You might abandon your true feelings because you don't want to be seen as difficult, or you might end up in a toxic relationship believing you can prove your worth. Subconsciously, you're thinking, if I kill them with kindness and love, they might love me back. You'll do whatever people want because you want to be loved and accepted. You don't want people to see what you perceive as flawed and broken. When you change the narrative, you will get your freedom back. This leads me into step 5. Arrive in reality. I'm talking about narcissistic, abusive, gaslighting, hateful, manipulative people. This isn't an easy task, but this is the only way to break free. Once you see the messenger for who they are, you're going to question the message. Although it will take time to no longer believe the poison, you're headed in the right direction. When you break free, their hold on you breaks free, and you can finally work on healing. Step 6, love yourself and fill your void with acceptance, compassion, validation, love, and awareness. And you keep going back thinking, maybe you'll experience it. Maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll accept you. Maybe they'll love you. The only one that has to change is you. The only one that has to accept you is you. And the only one that has to love you is you. Yes, your tribe of awesome people will show up, but if you don't fill your void, how will you recognize them if you're holding on to breadcrumbs from your family? Yes, you're going to be alone, but in reality, you're already alone. It will be hard to recognize healthy people. And it will be hard to believe that healthy people actually want to love you. The reason it's hard is because those people aren't your normal. However, they can be your normal once you decide on peace. When you don't fill your void with compassion, love, acceptance, and awareness, you'll continue to seek it from those who hurt you, either your family, or you'll find surrogates that resemble your family to seek what you've been craving your entire life. Guess what? The cycle then repeats itself again. None of this is easy, but it is possible. You owe it to your inner child and to your adult self to feel loved. It's time to make the decision. If you've made it to the end of my video, thanks for watching. Comment below if you've made a decision to break free from your toxic family. What does that look like for you right now? Support each other in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.